Perk is in the building still. Let's take you back to the NBA playoffs. 23rd meeting all time between the Celtics and the Sixers. That's the most in NBA history. Now, for Jayson Tatum, his first playoff game since tearing that Achilles in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals against the Knicks last year.
I played 3 games last one without you. I didn't like that.
Don't get used to that. Yeah,
Oh, he is back, and he's back in full effect. That was Derek White with the steal. He finds Tatum in transition for the layup. He's feeling it because his squad is up 15-7. Second quarter now. The lead is already 19. Sam Hauser to Tatum on the fast break. And, Perk, his game and aura in full effect.
Yeah, it is. And, look, I love it to see when he's getting out and running. But shout out to the Celtics for setting the tone today for real playoff-type defense.
He had 21, 8, and 4 at the half. They were up big, and then in the second half, Jaylen Brown's like, let me do my turn.
He's too small. They was searching out Tyrese Maxey a lot this game. They're going to have to make some adjustments, and I'm talking about the 76ers.
16 of his game-high 26 in the third quarter. Tatum went for 25, 11, and 7. Celtics get the win, 123-91. So a 32-point win, you'll take that to start the postseason. It also set a Celtics record for their largest win in a playoff opener all time. Broke the record went all the way back to 1967 when Bill Russell led the Celtics to a 30-point win over the Knicks. However, Boston did not win the title that year. All right, Perk, so look, it was Celtics from jump all the way through. Mm-hmm. So if you put it all together, what impressed you the most at how they just dominated Philly?
Well, it was a lot of things. One, shout out to the Celtics for setting the tone on what playoff basketball looks like, and especially on the defensive end. I know Jaylen Brown did his thing late in the second half, but it was Jayson Tatum for me.
Okay.
The growth, right? Coming off an injury, and we're looking at this play right here. Look at it in transition, setting up the high ball screen with him and Vucevic, and watch him split the screen, get downhill, and take off outside the charge circle for a two-hand flush. Now, you talk about making guys around you better. He invites the double team, has the patience, right, to accept it, give Cater enough time to roll, put him in position with a nice, perfect pass to finish with a dunk. Here we are again, pushing the pace, tempo, surveying the floor, doing what he does best, getting yours and making guys around you better, hitting the guy that he trusts in Sam Hauser to knock down the tray ball. Again, when you're looking at the Celtics, the reason I picked them is because yes, they have the best duo in the NBA, but they have the most championship experience. Sure. We saw that tonight, the way that they played.
They look good. They do. So we broke the seal on the postseason this weekend. 8 game ones over the last couple days. Perk, give me your biggest takeaway from all that action.
I got to go with the Celtics and OKC and the way that they set the tone and showed you what championship level defense looked like on both ends of the floor. Both teams holding their opponents under 100 points. And when you think about it, Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown, SGA, they didn't have the best shooting nights, but they hung their hats on the defensive side, right? We saw Jaylen Brown getting stops. We saw SGA, he had 2 blocks in the game. And showing you what it takes, because at this point, people don't care about embarrassment. You want to see your stars and your superstars going for steals, going for loose 50-50 balls, getting blocks, meeting guys at the rim. That's what we saw tonight, set by both of these ball clubs.
Books say that's the most likely finals matchup. The Celtics and Thunder. We'll see a lot of postseason still to go. By the way, 8 games, home team won 7 of them. Yep. The only road team to win, the Orlando Magic.
Are they the 1 seed? I'm sorry, just checking. As the defending champion OKC Thunder taking on the Suns playoff opener. There is SGA, but Perk, here's the thing about the defending champs. They can score a lot of points, and obviously SGA is that dude, but they're a really good defense too, man.
Oh, hell of a defensive team. Been one of the best that we've seen in the history of the game, and that's what they do. They get deflections, and they get out and run. And here's the thing that I love about the Oklahoma City Thunder from top to bottom, start with SGA, they're not afraid of embarrassment. They lose themselves in the squad. We saw SGA go up for blocks. J-Dub went up for blocks tonight. Both of those guys, the leader of the team, had 2 blocks apiece, despite them not shooting the ball well.
Man, OKC jumped on Phoenix like they owed them money in that first half. They were up 21. Third quarter, Jalen Green finds Oso Ighodaro.
There it goes.
Denied at the rim. SGA, that's your MVP P out there playing defense.
Good Canadian, right?
Yeah, that's defense, though. I like that.
And how about this for the game? 25, 4, and 7, 13 straight home playoff game. He's gone for 25 or more. That's the longest active streak in the NBA. Second straight blowout to start the playoffs for them. Because you remember what happened last year when they took on the Grizzlies. They beat them by 51. So OKC joins the 1986 Lakers and 87 Lakers, PK's favorite team, as the only teams in NBA history to win back-to-back playoff openers by 30 points. Magic and Kareem, by the way, they fell short in that first year in 86. Of course, the Celtics won, but in 87, they came back.
To win a title, even including the Thunder last season, as we recall. We know how that finished, but looking to do the same. That's another one under their belt. We're now joined by CBS Sports NBA analyst John Gonzalez. And John, the defending champs, well, let's do a little number counting, shall we? They forced 19 Suns turnovers, owned the points off turnovers 34-2, dominated fast break points in the paint, and then got 22 from Jaylen Williams, while SGA, he still finished with 25, and that's even despite shooting 5 for 18 from the field. So I got to ask you, from what you saw in this performance, how scary is OKC if they can win a playoff game by 35, and that's even without a vintage shooting night from SGA?
Yeah, Kiana, all the notes that I have written down, you just did them. We should switch roles. You should be the analyst, and I'll host this segment. That was ridiculous. I mean, Oklahoma City just came out. I thought the Sixers got beat bad earlier in the day, but this is kind of what I expected in this series. You and I did our little predictions the other night, and I had Oklahoma City winning this in a sweep, and you saw why in game one, right? I mean, like, the Suns aren't a big team. If there's one thing that Oklahoma City sometimes has trouble with, it's size, both height and physicality, and that's kind of why they went out and got Isaiah Hartenstein last year. But because the Suns didn't have Mark Williams in this game, not like Mark Williams was going to be a game changer, but everything that the Suns can do, that Oklahoma City can do that much better, right? They have a whole bunch of really long, rangy wing players. They've got the defending MVP and finals MVP in SGA. Jaylen Williams was great tonight. As you mentioned, Chet Holmgren. I mean, there's nothing that the Suns can do to combat that offense. And then defensively, man, are the Suns in trouble because they just come at you in waves, right? I mean, like, after you get through the starting group, oh, by the way, then here comes Kason Wallace, who could make all defense, Alex Caruso, who's all defensive caliber and has made all defense in the past. They just have so many players. And yeah, this is going to be a 4-game series, and the Suns can go off and enjoy their vacation.
If you've been watching CBS Sports HQ, like John mentioned, we've been having these conversations, and he called this before the series even started. But I do want to dive a little bit more into what we saw, because do you think this game said more about the Thunder looking like a true repeat threat, or is it about Phoenix just having no real answer in this matchup?
Yeah, a little bit of A, a little bit of B, right? This is just an appetizer for Oklahoma City. This is just the beginning for them, the first round. This is a warm-up, right? They dip their toe in the water, and then, like, the big contests come in the second round, and then certainly in the conference finals, where ostensibly they'll play either the Nuggets or the Spurs should one of those should those two teams match up in the second round. But look, last year we had questions about Oklahoma City, right? They were the best team in the NBA during the regular season, but that's different than going and winning a championship. Well, they did that. They got through the gauntlet of the Western